No hour of life is wasted that is spent in the saddle. Winston Churchill.
My first ride. I look at you through my glasses, and you are so big and scary. And I put my hand out to touch you, and your coat is smooth and warm. You put your face down to me. Your nose is gentle and curious. They put me on your broad back, and I'm afraid, just a little. I hold on very tight as you move, and I try hard to balance and adjust. I think it's not true what I'm doing, and I tell the nice people who help. They smile and lead and talk to me, and suddenly I'm so happy. I can feel your strength and rhythms, and they flow in my body and my mind. I feel different. I can't say how. And I will come back, my friend. I look up at you when they help me off. And it's true. It's true. I rode a horse. A horse is the projection of people's dreams about themselves. Strong, powerful, beautiful, and it has the capability of giving us escape from our mundane existence. Pam Brown.
I think if Sis were to be here, or even as we all believe that she is here looking down, and I oftentimes can hear the words in my ears, it would be, "Oh, dearie," because that's how she got us all so involved. She would say things like, "Dearie, I have something I'd like you to see," and that's how she got us invested. It started, as many of you know, as an educationally based program. It was going through school systems and bringing horses to kids with learning disabilities. We were nomadic. We traveled from barn to barn. We'd have an hour at one barn or a half day at another barn. And it really wasn't until the mid-'80s where we decided, and our board said, we've grown to the point where we need more stability. I can remember people saying, don't grow too big. Don't lose that feeling of community and family and that softness. And I know that we've tried, and everything that we've done here is to keep that feeling, whether it's from the interior design of the building to the fact that we don't have an automated telephone system. You know, we try to still pick up the phone and say, hi, welcome to High Hopes. We try to have someone at the door to meet and greet folks. I would say right now we're probably at capacity. We are serving about 240 riders each week. Children with all sorts of disabilities coming from New London, Killingworth, East Lyme, Lyme Old Lyme, Waterford. Adults coming from Connecticut Valley Hospital, individuals in our Horses for Heroes program, adults from group homes, children coming for additional therapeutic services. Our riders come from many different backgrounds, but when they get on their horses, those wonderfully kind, gentle, 1,000-pound power machines that have that wonderful all-acceptance for each of our riders. Everything's the same. I know that Sis would be very thrilled with the level of different activities that we do, the cultural environment that we've created. With Sis watching over us, she'd have a great deal of pride for what this organization has become. It is our honor and privilege to share with you Sis's legacy. Enjoy this journey through the daily life of High Hopes.
Horses and children, I often think, have a lot of the good sense there is in the world. Josephine Robinson. One day I came to teach, and Marshall's mother was waiting for me in the lounge. Basically, she wanted me to know that Marshall was really enjoying his lessons here, and she was concerned that maybe we wouldn't be able to tell, because Marshall is basically nonverbal. Every now and then there's a word, but that's about it. So she said to me, Marshall looks forward to riding here once a week, more than anything else that he does. I didn't want to seem insensitive, but I was wondering how she could tell that he really enjoyed it, other than his wonderful smile. Because sometimes he gets extremely impatient when we're in the ring and doesn't always seem to sit quietly on the horse. Marshall's mom said that when he refers to riding, he calls it my hopes. The family was going on their first vacation together and taking a plane out to the Grand Canyon. While waiting on the plane to take off down the runway, in quite a loud voice, Marshall quite appropriately blurted out, "Walk on."
The essential joy of being with horses is that it brings us in contact with the rare elements of grace, beauty, spirit, and fire. Sharon Rawls Lemon. I wanted to serve my country and even volunteered to be deployed. I was trained and prepared for what I would be likely to encounter while in Iraq. What I was not prepared for was the after effects. Death and destruction are some of the visual consequences of war. What is not often seen is the mental turmoil one goes through upon return. The only way I think to describe PTSD in feeling terms would be extreme discomfort in my skin and with me. I'd look in the mirror and did not see a person, but rather two soulless eyes staring back at me. I circled through hate, anger, frustration, depression, and shame, and all I could think about was isolating. And then I found high hopes. I feel such a connection when I'm working with and riding horses. It puts me at peace and warms my heart. I have a newfound confidence in myself when riding and feel safe for the very first time. The staff is friendly, understanding, respectful, and beautiful in so many ways. I cannot thank them enough for all that they've done for me. Returning from combat was one of the most difficult endeavors I have embarked upon. And though I am no longer able to continue my service in the military, that won't stop me from serving the military. I fully support the Veterans Program at High Hopes and strongly recommend it to any service member who may be suffering in silence and thinks no one will understand. Thank you, High Hopes. I lost myself for a long time, and with you I've been able to put pieces of my heart and soul back together again. The symbiotic relationship between me and my horse is so spiritual, and I will never forget that and forever be grateful. Catherine, Sergeant, United States Marine Corps.
In riding a horse, we borrow freedom. Helen Thompson.
Dear Kitty, I would like to express my sincere thanks to you and the staff at High Hopes for giving me the opportunity to participate in the riding demonstration on Friday. As you well know, I've ridden at High Hopes for several years, and I've enjoyed every single moment of my riding experience. Over the years, I've had the pleasure of having the greatest team of sidewalkers, leaders, and trusting horses that have made my riding lessons so beneficial. I've learned so many great lessons and feel that the physical aspect of riding has increased my strength, posture, balance, trunk control, and overall physical well-being. I've made many long-lasting friends during my riding days and has provided me with many wonderful memories that have carried me through life's journey. To honor my faithful horse Latino for his remarkable work, I would like to make a contribution in his honor. I am donating the money that I would normally spend on my own shoes, and I would like Latino to be able to have his hoofs pampered. Thank you for all the years of true dedication from everyone at my High Hopes family. You are all truly amazing and add so much fun to the program. With sincere thanks, Jordan. And now, in his own words.
I started High Hopes when I was 9 years old. The goal recently that I achieved would be going up to Connecticut. In the past, I wouldn't be able to physically maintain my balance, but now I'm able to control myself on my own and do the activities that I need to do. I've ridden 3 horses in my time here. Honey was my favorite, but she retired a couple years ago. I like working with Latino. We have a good relationship. The people on the staff joke with me. I'm the only one that can get him going, because he's at times can be very slow, even for the staff. The beauty of this place is everyone can conquer what they need to. The one thing, it's the only place I can feel like I can walk. Being able to walk on a horse, I can get that physical walking feeling to it that I can't really get by doing physical therapy or other activities. Being able to start here when I did when I was young, you see the accomplishments that you've done, and you can translate that over in real life. And the most recent accomplishment that I've done is gone skydiving. The main thing with that is I had to get the self-confidence to do that, to know I could actually do it. And this place started that.
It's not enough for a man to know how to ride. He must know how to fall. Mexican proverb.
How you feeling? Good. Any second thoughts? Congratulations, man. Woo! Awesome job. You're a natural, man. You were flying up there, no problem.